We haven't seen that many mages yet. We have talked a lot about them, but so far the teams didn't favor them at all. Only we saw Syra from My Insanity.
We saw Syra earlier. We saw a lot of Tarek. Pretty much a big pick priority. We saw some Thresh coming out. We saw some Bard. We saw some bans. I think it was again versus what was it? E-Corp, which we saw some Bard bans towards.
Right.
So I'm curious.
There it is. There is the Aurelia. So there is a target towards Pride. So he doesn't get his killing machine.
All 3 bans are directed to the top lane. So I think they're really going to try to shut down Pride. He showed good performance on Gangplank. We didn't see his Echo, but we definitely saw his Aurelia, and that was quite a big play when he had that 9-1 game in the end. And on the other side, you see that Pixels is going to ban out the Azir. Golden God showed a perfect performance on him earlier, was really able to shut down the other team. Kindred.
Really strong jungling pick. We talked about it already. She still is that strong. Got a little nerf to tone down her 1v1 potential in the really early stages of the game. But she should still be a powerhouse. And there we go. First pick Taric again. So apparently he is really, really strong, but not worth the ban. Like, it's like the teams just accept that he will be the first pick.
Yeah.
Like, you have to like take the lesser evil, so to speak.
I love how they made the Target work. I love that you need to build up a synergy with the person you bind. I was explaining that a little earlier in the event, that it really just comes down to the play of both the person you bind and Tarek himself, because with his skill doubling on the person he binds, it really depends on the movements that person does as well, so you get the maximum value out of those skills, out of that stun, out of that ultimate.
Right.
So,
I mean, so far the only complaint I heard from players of various levels was just that the ultimate is kind of maybe too strong, maybe too long. I mean, basically, Kyle has an ultimate that does the same, but just on one person.
Yeah.
And it's probably even shorter because they
nerfed
nerfed
it. 1.5.
Yeah, and he has 2.5.
He has 2.5.
So maybe there's just shorten it, like give your team just the ability to counter the burst. We saw it against My Insanity, how it worked. They got catched. Taric activated the ultimate, and the 2.5 seconds weren't even necessary because the burst just vanished after a second, and they could kill someone and turn the fight. So
we have seen some excellent timing on the Taric ults. It's really hard to trigger the ultimate in the right moment to negate the most damage because it has that 2.5 second delay until it comes out. But people have shown a strong performance for that short practice time they had.
Yeah, and we see some familiar faces right now. Rins is now going with Nidalee, Lucian, and so far it looks for like Trundle and Orianna are also in the mix. We have seen Trundle's already. It was a really good game for him. He's really strong. QSS is gone. We talked about it with Expecka, we talked about it here on stream. It's one of the big changes that impacts the top lane so heavily. And it's why they picked an aggressive top laner, not a tanky top laner, to mitigate the damage the Trundle can do. And well, we'll see what they do now with the top lane. I mean, Karma could still switch to the support role.
It could, but I don't know how well she does against the Taric. She mostly just tries to shield and protect from the Taric engages. I don't think she has a lot of play potential on support herself because she's missing that poke damage you can achieve with her with that Q ultimate in power 1.
Yep.
But we know that Tolleson is a very known Elise player.
Right, yeah. So it's probably
it's the first time.
One of his strongest picks. Like his serious picks, or like more conventional picks, we know he jungles Wukong and Chase, and they're really, really strong because he plays them really well. But from the meta picks, this is probably his choice number one. But the same goes for Koala. He got his Nidalee back, and we'll see how that plays out in the first game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring it up for our first game of the Swiss Gaming Challenge Finals. Game number 1, Red Instinct versus Dead Pixels.
Yeah, we are now onto the Rift. The teams are fanning out here into their respective jungles. We have not seen any early aggression so far from the teams. It was usually pretty defensive, just covering all their lanes, all their entrances. We see some back and forth going on, some skill spamming, and that's probably it. That's all that's going to happen here.
Yeah, it's both teams still going to try to set up a defensive line of wards, just as you said. Both teams mirroring each other's position, trying to prevent an invade, preventing that information if there's going to be a lane swap or not. I do think Ezreal and Karma, especially on his side, is able to withstand the lane of Lucian and Taric, so I don't think they will necessarily look for a lane swap. And I don't think it's going to happen either. I think it's going to be quite a normal start.
Lucian is still on bot lane, so they are probably not going to swap. And this time, it doesn't even look like they're going for the Grumps. Maybe Pixels are moving in there. No. Well, let's check this. Hello? Yeah, it seems they're going to do it. And the Red Instinct is actually just going to push ahead. Maybe they even know that they're going to do it. And the junglers are both like helping, obviously leashing a little bit here. Yep. But on the bot lane, they're now. We see the Gromp going towards the red side bot lane, and the Red Instinct has pushed the lane. I don't know, how does it look with the XP? It's still a lead. Yeah, Ezreal already hit level 2. They have to be a little bit wary now. Have to respect this. That they are behind. Same here in mid lane. And
quite some poke going on to the Lucian from the Karma. They're maybe even going to try to engage stun lands from Taric. Lucian already needs to pop his potion. Just very poke-oriented bot lane for that Pixels.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Karma is a really good bully, being it as a support or as a mid laner, and she will put the pressure onto Taric. I'm not sure if his protection is strong enough. We also have seen Relic Shield was a little bit nerfed because Riot thought there is too much sustain on bot lane. There was just too much going on with these Relic Shield stacks, and it has really some truth behind it, especially if you, I mean, oftentimes you can upgrade to the second stack before you get the, Yama goes a little bit aggressive there. Oh, he gets some grasps out.
With that grasp and with that passive
really good.
of his W, he's going to be able to just sustain himself up. That trade started with 50%
and there's the flash
from Pride. Is it going to be the first buff for him?
Wait, he has no mana and he gets away. But now
Both flashes burned for now.
Pride is really, really low. Let's see. No, there is no jungler near, so
this would be definitely of an outplay. Let's see if Pride is going to be able to maybe land a Rune Prison. But Yamalol, you can see with that passive of Chun, he's just able to sustain himself up, and here comes quite some damage back onto Pride. Let's see if he's going to be able to get it. Luckily he's going to hit by that spear, but he dodges the charm.
Really good. Yeah, he knows that that jump would probably be fatal if he jumps into the charm. The jungler was right behind Ori, had her back, and that would probably spell disaster for Red Instinct if he went through with the engage. Really good game sense there. And top lane is now getting some action again. The junglers are near. Let's check. Talo is not really making a move, and even Nidalee, they don't seem to like fancy the top lane that much yet, even though there was a lot of action going on there and the flashes are already gone, so there would be actually like good targets.
Nice dash by Ziki, but he's going to take a lot of damage. He needs to pop his heal. The TP comes from the top laner down. The Ignite is honestly going to be enough. The heal is going to come through. He's probably still going to survive the last tick. Yeah, there is it. John now arrived into the bot. Let's see if he can have any impact. He's going to put on his W, the pillar. He needs to flash. Nice flash by Taric. Is going to still set up Karma. Karma needs to run. Heal now popped as well for Ezreal. He also has no flash. Let's see if he can actually get away. He just shifts over the wall, and that is it. Orianna and Ahri moving down, trying to assist, but the fight is over for now.
Yep, that was a little action here on bot lane. TP is now out. Meanwhile, top lane can farm, get some CS ahead. Now he has the tier, he will stack it willy-nilly, and he doesn't even push that much. He just wants to the turret to kill as many Oh, there's a little.
Yeah, after Allison just missed that cocoon, Yamalo is going to try to go a little bit hard. Here comes the spear. She needs to
Nice
flash the
flash.
spear. That was a great flash. Otherwise, that could have been a little bit tricky.
Yeah. So again, the players really know that when they have to flash, again, if it connects, probably Yama will not wait. Flash pounce would be probably Talos' demise, but good reaction there.
Definitely a good reaction off flash. Just a quick in-house info. Starting at 5 p.m. at the Hearthstone booth, there will be the Beat the Pro event from Aqua, Wonder, and Spa. The prize money or the prizes you will get there will be sponsored by HyperX.
Nice. So there are even more games.
Koala is going to go up, but he gets chunked out so hard. Same goes for Yamalol. Rise just being such a strong pick right now, being able to just dump out that Gatling gun and just get him off the
nice shockwave.
Shockwave onto Laggerly, but the charm connects. Does he have enough damage to follow it up? Here comes the QW. It's not enough quite yet. Laggerly being Umi needs the back. He has no teleport, so he's definitely going to lose this wave. Is he going to stay?
Talo is on bot lane.
Talo's on bot lane. Tarek is going to go surprisingly low. If the last Q connects, first blood goes over to Ezreal. Is Zika going to fall as well? There's the second kill going over to Karma. 2 for 0 in that Pixel's advantage.
Yeah, and that's the first time Red Instinct actually got first blooded here at the tournament. So, yeah, they said at the beginning, we know they have weaknesses, we're going to exploit it. I already told you and the audience, the weak spot of Rins, if they have any, is the early game. And it seems like that Pixels has their number.
I agree completely. Now let's take a look at how the other lanes are doing as well. We see 2 tiers coming out on the side of Dead Pixels. It's going to be the tier on the rise trying to stack that one up. Being quite even in CS. Same goes for Ezreal. Just got that 1 kill, that 1 assist, but also going to start up to stack that tier. And as we said, based on his performance earlier and his playstyle, it's going to be a blue build Ezreal.
Yep. Here we see the money difference. Rise getting a little bit ahead here of Trundle. Meanwhile, most of the lanes are kind of equal. Bot lane now having the biggest lead. Both are roughly 500 gold ahead. It's basically the gold difference we have right now is on bot lane, and there goes the next encounter, but it's just a friendly clash. Right now, also the dragon is the fire dragon, if I judge the symbol on the minimap correctly.
That is
and that means
dragon,
it's the normal dragon slightly buffed. It's 8%, not 6. And we have the next fight.
But Yamalol is just not being able to do the strats, even though he decides to start them. I mean, Pride just pouncing out that damage with that rise.
It's probably like the only champion that actually can keep the troll in check on top lane is Rise. So that's really a good pick there.
Oh, big shockwave going on Laggerly. Is he going to have enough damage this time? Here comes the Q. He's not going to connect the W for now. Golden God is going to get low as well. Nice little play around by Laggerly. Both sort of equally low, both with blue buff, going to be able to sustain that mana. Now you see Talon moving up towards the mid lane, and he's not spotted by a ward yet, so he's going to come around the corner. Laggerly's going to try to bait him out. Charm is going to go wide, but the Ignite is on, but is getting cleansed for now. Golden God is going to fall definitely. He's going to go over to Talon, so they're going to go to Laggerly.
Red buff?
It's going to be the red buff. So there's a kill for Talon. 3-0 for Dead Pixels.
Yeah, and they also know they just spotted Koala in the bot lane. So maybe they're making a move towards the Rift Heralds. Talo is actually already skirting around the pit there. But now he made his way into... Yeah, it seems like they're now going for that fight. For that Herald, there we go.
Yeah, the Herald got quite some changes lately. He has a lot more health, so it's more difficult to get him down, but 20 minutes on that buff.
And bot lane, we maybe have a counter gank here.
We'll see. Koala is going to come in, the spear connects. Here comes the stun from Tarek. It's going to be on. Jailim is probably going to drop in just a moment. It's going to go over to Koala. Is the Ignite enough on Sangos? No, he's going to be able to sustain himself up with the Relic Shield. Meanwhile, the Pixels, though...
Where's the buff?
They got the buff. The buff probably went onto Rise. So
there he is. So, minute 30, right? So we have now, from now to the 30-minute mark, Rise will be a crazy powerhouse. Trundle got some farm back, though. He's only like a few CS behind, and now that Rise even needs some time to get to the lane, they will equal out a little bit there. So maybe he was away a little bit too much.
I don't know. I mean, looking overall at the team right now, you see that Leo really starts to really run with that advantage he has. And I really hope that he's going to be able to translate that lead he has into the Dragon fight, which will probably happen anytime soon.
Voila finds the support.
Not sure if that's a good idea because he still has a lot of poke. Lagley is going to land the charm. Here comes the flash cocoon from Golden God onto Golden God, and the shockwave is not enough. Another kill going to Lagley. 1 in 4 favors of that pixel. So I really think they're probably going to turn to Dragon anytime soon. They're going to get spotted by the ward, so Tarek and Lucian should back.
No, maybe we have there a little something. No, they just, oh, Koala. Trying to defend his turret here, but against Lagley. I mean, the ultimate is down, Ignite is also down, but still the burst.
Shenlim has to be a little careful. He tries to go for the ward clear, and he still is able to put out so much damage. Taliesin is going to come around, flash from the Lucian. Cullen coming out, trying to push them a little bit away, at least on half health for now. Unfortunate they cannot go for the Dragon right now, but I really hope that if you look at Pride, he should really try to push his lead now with that buff, being able to put up so much pressure on the top lane so the rest of the team can start the Dragon, because that Infernal Dragon is...
I mean, it looks like Yama is quite under pressure under the turret, but it's also really dangerous for Rise just to stroll up to the turret with the pillar and the AoE of Trundle. He can catch up with him so fast. If Koala is anywhere near, Rise will probably just die. And there is not a lot of vision. He has a pink ward in mid and in the Tri-Brush, but it's not complete cover. If he's not sure that he's safe, that there's also pressure somewhere else, that something is going on, he cannot risk it. It would be yeah, not really responsible. Oh, and there is Talo hiding in the brushes.
Try to go in. The charm is going to connect. The ignite is going to go down. He already cleanses, so if he now lands a cocoon, Shockwave is going to hit Lagali, but Golden Glue goes scare low. He's going to get ulted by Lagali, and Lagali is going to pick him up. Here comes the TP of Rise, also going to secure Pride, getting another kill. 2 for 0 again for Dead Pixels, now turning to Dragon.
Yeah, and that should be an easy Dragon. That is a nice 8% damage buff that they will get, and maybe they can even shift to mid lane and pressure the rest of the turret, but they do not seem to like that idea that much. Ari is going back, and Rise is already taking his jog to the top lane, trying to hold off the army with the troll that's approaching the top turrets. There we go. I mean, Trundle is going obviously now for a lot of magic resistance, as you said. They have so much magic damage, and it's just a matter of time until Rins has the magic resistance they need. Ooh, that's some good damage there. I mean, this is one of the games where probably Tariq even, we will maybe see the support going for an Aegis, which is like an item that's only from you have to build it every time because it gives so much free stats to actually like, okay, there are a million mages, so it's more of a specific item right now. And Ari is making her way down to
They have the pink ward,
lane.
so she's probably gonna, she's gonna try to lure out the red buff a little. That's gonna alarm Koala. Here comes Elise, gonna miss the cocoon unfortunately, but this is a 4-on-2. Might be tower dive. Koala's still far in the back, trying to assist. The pings go down. Here comes the ultimate of Tarek. Ooh, Sangos is very low, but he's invulnerable for now. No ignite on him, unfortunately. Nobody fallen so far. Taliesin is in the back line, getting Koala now is exhausted. Still nobody fall. Here comes a flash from Leo. It's going to save him from that shock. If Golden God is going to go down, Luckily still going to try somebody. Leo is going to dash forward aggressively. Cocoon landing on Koala is going to be enough. No, it will not. So unfortunately, it's just one kill right now for Dead Pixels. Great flash by Leo.
Yeah, and now they can probably just finish it here with a turret as a reward. That would be the first turret for the Pixels. Let's see, they're just waiting a little bit, getting these minions to die to the turret, so they deny as much CS as possible, and it's just a matter of time till they finish the job down there. And now we see Pride
By going quite aggressive onto Yama.
putting the pressure on Yama here.
He does have the buff, so he has that 5% damage reduction since he is alone in the lane. And again, Laggily doing some nice back and forth with the Ari ultimate, going in, get some damage on, going back out. Yamalol still getting harassed even under the turret by Pride. No TP up for him quite yet. It's going to be up any second now. If Yamalol needs to TP back to lane, I mean that could be an advantage in about a minute or two when Pride's TP is coming back up.
Well, and now we see Golden God not that great right now. He has a little bit of problem. He's 0-4-0, not as stellar the performance as last time. What's up? I don't know. He's there for the team. He rotates really fast.
Laggily going in aggressive. He's going to land the charm, but Koala can flash away. Here comes. Ooh. That true shot barrage is almost killing off Koala. He survives though with a little bit of health. Ziki now trying to chase down a little bit of Leo.
Yeah, and top lane Rise is still pressuring it hard. Gets the turret now. We see it here. Farming, stacking up his items. The tier is already like two-thirds
yeah.
stacked. Same with Ezreal. How is it with Ori? She's only at 50% right now, so they're ahead on the stacking items too. And it seems like the Dead Pixels have a really good lead now to position themselves in the mid game.
I agree completely, and you see how J-Lame is already sort of setting up for the next dragon. I'm not sure if we have any chance to quickly see which one it is. It is going to be the water one, if I'm not mistaken, giving them that little bit of missing mana and HP regen.
Well, that's true. And now again we have the situation where we have blue build Ezreal, and this time also Karma. Ooh, this is a 3-man. Oh, the spear connects, and Koala is going ham.
Damage. Koala is going to take down Ezreal. Second kill from the game for Red Instinct.
Nice.
Going to be able to now get probably bottom tier 1. Let's see how the rest of Dead Pixels are going to respond. Here comes an aggressive ultimate from Laggily. Nice cleanse though, but is it going to be enough? The Ignite is going to take down Dead Pixel. Laggily is on a rampage right now.
Yeah, and they will get the turret here. It's just also a matter of seconds. They traded the turret though, because bot lane obviously got destroyed now. So Red Instinct also got their first turret, but it's just bot lane, so the map is not that open for them. And that Pixels now cracked open the middle, so bot jungle around Dragon should be their playground now. I hope they brought enough wards to secure their dominance down there.
Yeah, as you can see, Red Instinct is sort of setting up a defensive ward line towards the bottom since they opened that one up as well. So trying to secure Koala, still being able to roam without being pinged out every movement. Not sure how long it's going to go until they're going to try to force a Baron fight, but Pride is going to find Yamalol here. He's going to pop his ult, going to try to go on him. Yamalol already at 6% HP, and now the rest of that Pixel is probably going to turn towards Dragon since Trundle was chunked out, so he maybe needs to back and then TP.
Yeah, that's going to be a really big fight now, because we have two TPs which are up. They disengage from each other, so they will TP into the fight. The question is when and where. And there is a really good ward that it will be cleared right now, so no backdooring there from Yama. I'm also questioning if they spot this ward here, because that would be a really great TP.
You can't TP on the blue wards. But besides that, it is a great blue ward. No, you can't.
Wow.
Lot of pull going on to Ziki, but he's able to get healed up by the Taric for now. So now you see 5 people in the bottom lane for Red Instincts being able to collapse onto that Pixels if they think they can go for the Dragon. They're going to try to lure him out a little bit. They have the go now. They made the call to just pull him out a little bit and finish him off. You can see that the Rift Skull is going to help them with the movement speed. And Red Instinct just decides to just drop it. They just say, hey, it's the Water Dragon. We don't need it for now. Let them take it, don't take any risks.
Yep, that was a clean objective right there. And now they're continuing to just... Oh.
Is he gonna get him? No, unfortunately, Koala was able to secure the blue buff. He was trying to go for the snipe, which shows you an aggressive ultimate again, but he gets cleansed again. Here comes Elise, going to try to help a little bit, but Ziki is there with the Lucian damage. Jaylim going to be able to shield everybody out into safety. Meanwhile, Pride is going to go on Koala. He pops his ultimate. Yamalol is there to help him a little bit with the damage. Control, healing him up. Being able to maybe defend this bottom tier 2, but it's not going to happen. It's going to go down. Beautiful map rotations by
that's a big
Dead
spear.
Pixels.
That's a lot of damage. Yeah, now they have to be a little bit worried. Koala hits those spears really consistently right now, but they don't seem to like take the damage for that long. They seem to be able to regenerate themselves up pretty quickly. And we don't even have a chalice yet on Karma, which would also be a possibility. I've seen it being picked up by the heal and shield supports because it actually is really helpful. The additional regeneration you get there is quite frightening.
Indeed it is, but as you could see with the blue buff steal attempt by Leo and just in general the map movements, you can see that Red Instinct just has lost the control over their jungle, and Dead Pixels is just able to go in and out in Red Instinct's jungle as they want to. I really hope they're not going to prolong the game way too long, because that's just going to open chances to come back, because they have now a 6k gold lead. Baron is up, jungle will be up in the next 4 or 5 minutes, so I really hope they're going to try to keep up the pressure, not letting loose now.
Yeah, and let's check. The next one will be an Earth Dragon. So maybe that's even bigger for Dead Pixels to get that one, because that is obviously 10% more damage against turrets and other epic minions, monsters. And that would be really helpful for them, because as always, there is the Swiss Void where the teams have problem to crack tier 2, tier 3 reliably, even though they have a lead. And yeah, it happens to Dead Pixels again. Ooh.
That's a lot of damage onto Leo.
These start to hurt really hard.
Those spears start to hurt, but they do have a little bit of shielding with Jaylim. I hope he's going to utilize it well. We now need to take a look at the ball movement of Golden God. Make sure that he doesn't set the ball somewhere where Dead Pixels forget it, and then suddenly there's this huge shockwave coming out. But for now, they're still doing nice cross-map plays. You can see that Pride went back onto the top lane. He has TP, so he can join the team in case a fight happens, and he's just going to start to push top.
Yeah, they should just like start rotating between 2 lanes and trying to find picks in between. Preferably
is going to go a little bit aggressive. Jaylim needs to flash away from that one.
Yeah, and I mean they even have like tier 2 down on bot lane, so maybe it would be the best to start rotating between bot and mid and just let Ryze do what Ryze does and split push. Wow.
Lagali going to try to go for some aggressive plays. Sangos is forced to flash here to negate some damage, and Pride is just giving Yamalol a hard time. Taliesin is going to now join him to help him crack that tier 2 top turret.
Yeah, and
he
doesn't have that much magic resistance, only the cowl, and now it's really only the cowl, because cowl also got nerfed because it was way too gold efficient, so it gives a little bit more HP, but it lacks magic resistance now, and that's really not that great for the effective hit points you get, because that stuff obviously multiplies with each other, and in the result is that Spectre's Cowl is now quite weak, quite a bit weaker, which means Yama will need more than that to stop the Ryze.
Yeah, Yamalon pulling out that pillow, trying to stop Pride a little bit in his tracks, but as you can see, the tier 2 is already at 50% HP. They're going to fall back now a little bit. Pride got a little chunked out by the culling. He has TP, so he can back, he can buy an item and he can back. If you look at bottom lane, you can see that a huge wave is going to start to build up, and it's going to start to push towards...
Yeah, 2 cannon minions even, so...
2 cannon minions, and you see that Ari is again in the mid, so they're going to try to set up maybe a 4-1-0, and then worst case they can go down and join one on the bottom side, but Sangros is already taking a lot of damage. The turret now fell. Yamalol is going to get captured by the entire team. Ultimate of Tarek is going to go down, prolong it a little bit. Zeke is going frequently low. Koala is going to maybe die to the 2-shot barrage. He's able to bounce away. A shockwave is going to hit 2 in the backline, but it doesn't really matter. Golden God taking a lot of damage. This is a 2-for-0 in favor of Dead Pixels.
Yeah, and now it seems they're just going to rotate away. They don't take anything now that they have 2 people dead. I'm not sure if that is a little bit too passive. like if they couldn't, like, I mean, they still have the huge wave, the wave down here, so they could still play around a little bit. They were all alive, even though the ultimates were blown. I mean, that seems kind of conservative. Maybe a little bit too much.
Maybe they could have trying to go for a play, going for an aggressive play after they saw that they're going to lose the turret anyways, because now all the outer turrets are gone, so it really comes down to inhibitor. So, and if you look at the wards, it's crazy how much that Pixel set up a line in the enemy top jungle, so they can really play around Baron now. Dragon being up in 5 seconds, being that Earth Dragon.
This is what they see here right now.
Yeah, that's what they see. They see every movement they do right now, so they know that Koala and Tarek are in the top lane. Dragon is just spawned. It's Earth Dragon, so maybe they're going to try to go for that to close off those turrets and pressure that Baron a little bit more. Nope, they're probably not going to get contested.
No, they should get this really clean. Rins knows, and that's really a strength for them. They are quite aware when they're behind. It's not always easy to see it when you're in game. In this game, it's pretty clear. They're behind a few turrets and quite a lot of turrets actually, and kills. So they know they cannot just waltz into dragon pits and go for it. Manyama gets tankier and tankier. He now has the Spirit Visage done and already started the next magic resist item. So as you said, the time is ticking. That Pixels has to be worried that they give Rins too much time to come back.
It's just in those 35, 40 minutes team fights, somebody needs to stand wrong. It doesn't even need to be somebody which is behind already. It can be a Fed member being somewhere out of position and getting just chunked down, and you're going to lose the fight, even though the first 35 minutes went just well. But I do think that if Red Instinct is not going to pull the trigger on something, they're just going to lose slowly.
Yeah, that's also true. If that Pixels can just go from one soft objective to another, they will just slowly but steadily grind it out, and then the difference in gold will be so huge that not even Red Instinct can like make it up with plays, because if the numbers get too high, you will just be crushed under the weight. So it seems like now that Pixels are making first little efforts to secure the Baron area. The wards are more and more concentrated there in the top side of the river. Here, you see it. They're setting up the perimeter, but here in mid lane, it seems like they're trying to catch someone.
And there connects, and he needs to flash because the ultimate of Trundle is going to be on him, but he's going to try to lifesteal and shield his way off. Jalen is going to be in the front line, going to stop everybody. Yamalola is going to drop. It's going to be the first target to drop. The ultimate is going down from Tarek, but Golden Gold is going to get vulnerable in just a second, and he's going to go down. Now, Talon is going to try to land a cocoon, goes wide. Lagally is going to dodge the spear on the way in. He's going to take some damage. He needs to flash aggressively to land that charm, but unfortunately he misses. But it's now 2-12 in favor of Dead Pixels, and they're pinging out the Baron. Not sure if they're actually going to go through it. They have the vision for it. They're probably just going to turn on it immediately.
Yeah. And it seems like they're getting it really fast. It goes down really, really fast. And let's see if Koala, he doesn't get it by time, I think. They can zone him out really good. Sangos is also there.
Yeah, Red Instinct is going to try to contest it, but it's too late. It already went down. Red team has the Baron Asher. Sangos is going to run away. He's going to get room prisoned. He's just going to fall down to Pride. And Jimley.
Yep, bot lane dies simultaneously. They split up, but both get catched. They cannot like bait that Pixel into chasing the Tarek. And now there is Baron. Now that should be enough. We have a 10k gold lead. We have Baron. And there are two people. Oh, that's a nice
shockwave, and actually Jalen is going to go down to the spear connecting just after. They need to be a little bit careful now on the way out. Let's hope they all get out in safety, because they got the objective, they got the inhibitor turret. Now they should really run.
Yeah, that was a nice combo. I don't really know how that spear went through all those people straight into Lim's face, but it did, and that's another kill for Red Instinct. But it's only their third, and it's all on Nidalee. So even though it's fine and Koala does a really good job, there is still no money transferred to Golden God. We can check. He's behind the jungler. The jungler is actually the second biggest guy on the team, and that is usually not the situation you want to be in.
Yeah, that's definitely not a great sign, showing that all the kills are going to the Nidalee. I do think that opening that inhibitor turret is going to give them an option between going bottom, going mid, because there's always going to be that open open inhib they can take. So Dragon is going to spawn in about 2 or 2.5 minutes. Baron is taken. They're probably going to try to set up some sort of split push because Pride is able to take down anybody which comes try to defend the split push.
Yeah. And I mean, now with the Baron, it should be possible with this lineup, just slowly but steadily poke down the inhib.
Leo needs to be a little bit careful on those
Spear still connect.
Pride is going to go in a little bit. He has the 3A, so he should be safe. Leo's going to aggressively shift, and here going to get a kill onto Golden Gold. Yamalol getting low, but everybody's being invulnerable for the moment. Zeke is going to come back into vulnerability, and he's going to fall. So does Sangos. Koala now on the run. Is Pride going to be able to get him? Are they even going to chase him down, or do they just decide to just finish the game right now?
Super Leo even killed the top laner by himself. Yamalol died to him there, and there is the surrender. That's game number 1 for Dead Pixels.